So here we are in the first part. I've dispensed with the gimbal, so I apologise that this film is a little bit bumpy, but I've dispensed with the gimbal. It was just a bit too fiddly to walk and hold the gimbal. So the first part of the walk's through a rather nice parkland. So we have not got a smooth panning. Right, so I'm approaching the little bridge over the waterfall. There's a lot of people on here, so I'm not going to say very much and just let the view do the talking. You can hear me above the sound of the water. That's the view looking down from the bridge. And then there's the view from the other side. Very busy. I think it's still coming up. Quite a drop. Anyway, I'll leave that for now and press on. Right, so a little further along now. Following Aira Oops. Oh, I could really do with the gimbal here, but it's just too fiddly. And I'll probably need my hands on some parts, so not a good idea. Safety first and all that. It's a little less busy down here because I think for most people the destination is the falls. I believe there's some more up here, so once we get further up this path it should thin out even more as we head towards the summit of Gowbarrow. So a few rocky bits coming up. Better stow the camera away for now. So higher up and we're rewarded with this lovely view. This must be the upper falls. I hope that's not the path. I don't think it is. I think the path goes up from here. But that is beautiful. But very busy. And I think there's a queue behind me, so we better move on. So here we are up at the top. Well, actually, not quite the top. There's more to come up through the woods there. So there's quite a force of water coming down here. And it's quite a significant geological fault the whole way down. Very lovely. Very busy. Lots of people. And not many of them walkers, I don't think. Mostly day trippers. How do I know that? Because they don't say good morning when you say good morning. They look fairly miserable, and well, let's just say I don't think a lot of them are from up north, and that's a bit mean, I know, but hey, not photographers, understandably. They scowl because you're getting their shot, of course. I know that because I used to do that myself. Here we are, a bit higher up, lots and lots of people, but very, very beautiful. Looks like there's a bridge over there, like a girder people are walking over. I don't fancy that much. I wouldn't fancy taking a trip down there on the bottom. But lovely, we've got more climbing to do. We'll be going out into open farmland soon to turn towards the summit of Gowbarrow. So with that rather lovely view, I'll pause for now. So that girder I just mentioned wasn't a girder, it's actually a proper bridge. There we go. High Cascades Bridge, it's called. It's lovely. How beautiful is that? Still lots of people up here, red-faced. I'm turning round to go back, I hope. Because from here I don't think there's much more waterfall to see. But with that lovely view, I'll pause and go a bit higher. Okay, so we've left the falls behind now, and the people. Hooray! I'm a little out of breath. I'm sure the microphone will pick that up beautifully. So I do apologise. There was just a little section of steps there, and as I said, I'm well out of condition. I won't get up Scafell right this time, that's for sure. Anyway, onwards. We'll soon be leaving the Bracken and heading onto the open fell side. It's starting to drizzle, but compared with some of the rain we've had, it's not bad at all. In fact, after a hot climb, it's really rather pleasant. Not much to see here, so I'll pause again until we get to a change of scene. A little further round, and we're into the open countryside now. We've got views other than trees and waterfalls, and it's not drizzling too badly. The path's quite wet in places, but quite easy going. Nice gentle slope actually. It's a good route to get my legs back, and then maybe in a day or so I'll be able to tackle something steeper. Although we're heading up there, so I'll revise that statement after I've got to the top. It does look like when we get up there we might need some waterproofs after all, and I'm not sure what sort of a view we'll get other than clag, but we'll press on. So a short climb later and we've got a view. There's Ullswater there, and can't quite recall what that fell over there is, but it's a bit brighter over there. Can't see Helvellyn or any of the high fells really. It's a very low cloud, and just looking up there's buzzy things. We're going up there, it's even claggier, but that might be the last and only view we get today until we start to descend. So just going to enjoy it for a moment and get my breath back. Well, we're a little higher up now, and a really nice view over Ullswater and across to some blue sky and some of the lower fells that aren't covered in cloud. It's kind of drizzly, but quite hot work. We've climbed up from that lower tree line down there, so it's quite hot work, so the drizzle's really welcome. See one of the car parks over there? Not the one we're in, we're right down at the bottom, so we get the full ascent. Still cloudy up there, however the breeze has picked up quite significantly, and that's good because not only is it cooling, it might blow the clag away. So there's more people coming up, I'd better scoot a bit higher, and a brief pause because the view keeps revealing more and more of itself, and the sun's coming out in the valleys. It's definitely shining down there over Ullswater towards Glenridding. Not quite as far as Glenridding, but there's a lovely patch of sunlight, and on the tops over there, beautiful. I didn't think we'd get a view this high up. Still cloudy up there and still some way to climb, so on we go. Well, here I am kind of on the summit of Gowbarrow Fell. The reason I'm not on the actual summit, I have been there, is that it's a bit crowded. A few people gone now, but it was very crowded a moment ago. and it's quite a lot windier up there, although I think my microphone will cope with that. It's lovely. Not the views you're supposed to be able to get, I realise that. Can't quite see the Pennines, but there's Ullswater, and there's possibly some rain coming, I'm not sure. And there's people on the ridge. I think that's our route back to the Aira Force Car Park. And there's the actual trig point. I will walk up there filming, just so I've got a film right at the top. Or maybe let those people get their photo first. Hope my microphone's picking me up. It is quite a stiff breeze. Let them get their selfie. I'll just walk up there quietly and then head on down. So just going up to the trig point it is. So my film's gone all the way to the summit. That's it. And now back down for a pint. Okay, so I'm just doing a very quick clip of the way down. Actually, this is a good bit. This is not a bad bit, but up on that bit was just pure squelch, just bog, and well, my feet aren't too dirty, but the backs of my legs are clarted. Anyway, I think there's more to come, and the steep bits are what I trouble with. You've got to have knees that actually bend, but hey, I get down. Down we go. Right, I'm squelching along a bit further. Tom ahead of me as usual, but I have been fiddling about with my video. I've also had to stop a couple of times today because two separate couples have been having a heck of a row behind me. And I hate to say this, but in both instances, I think it's been because the ladies have gone along with their partners somewhat unwillingly and not at all being dressed for it. So they've been mightily whinging and some shouting. So I haven't filmed because of that, and also because it's very squelchy. Very, very squelchy. I'm not even entirely sure we're on the right path, but we are going down, so that's something. And just there, over this crest, we must be going in the right direction, because that's Ullswater down there. And I've been caught up by shouty people again, so I'll pause for now. How's that for a view? Ullswater, just beautiful. So we're at round about what's called the knee of Ullswater. Very windy, very refreshing, and we've found a cairn, and according to the map we are on Green Hill, so it's not too far downhill from here, back down there to the car park, and it's a magnificent view, albeit cloudy. You can actually see across to the Pennines now, just under the cloud. Gorgeous. So from Green Hill, looks like we've got quite a steep descent, so on we go. So now we've got down a bit lower. We're heading in the right direction. Not entirely sure we're on the path we should have been on, but just bumped into another couple who were heading the same way. So being a Cumbrian, the gentleman has corrected me, and it's not Gowbarrow, it's Gowbarrow. Gowbarrow. That's it, Gowbarrow. So now I can pronounce it like a proper Cumbrian and not like some incomer. So as we descend from Gowbarrow, I'll have another look at Ullswater in all its glory. I better catch Tom up because he must be about a mile ahead of me now. He's down these fells like a fell runner, so better go and catch him up. Well, here we are, nearly back down to the car park. See it just down there. Just quite a steep grassy bit this. Got to watch where you're putting your feet, but it's dry, it's grassy, it's not at all tasking really. Just glad I've got very short toenails. Essential for going downhill, short toenails. Even then I do tend to lose one when I've done a few hills. Beautiful sunlight on the water down there. We've just seen the Ullswater, I think it's a steamer if I remember rightly, pleasure boats go by, and back down there is the car park. So very nice climb of Gowbarrow, recommend it. It's on a very clear day. I should imagine the views are stunning, but even on a fairly cloudy day like today, it's still delightful and well worth doing. I needed something to get my hill legs back, and that's a start. Maybe not quite up to Great Gable, but I think I'm ready to try something a bit higher and steeper now. So as we head back down, I better do some catching up again. So here we are. Don't know if you can hear the water from here, but I apologise if this is bumpy. As I said, I'd like to have used the gimbal, but I haven't quite fully got to grips with it, and it was just going to be a little bit hazardous if I needed to use my hands at any point, which I did once or twice. So we're back down now to join the waterfall walk over the bridge back down to the car park. So that's been a superb walk really. I've loved it. Lovely purple heather, and I've had a face to match, hence no selfies. Apparently it's part of the Ullswater way, so there you go. Much better paths now. You can really hear the water, and we're nearly back round in a full circle. So that's good timing for a pub lunch, I think. Nice morning or afternoon walk, that's nice warm up. There's the waterfall. Nice warm up for an all day adventure. So if anyone actually has watched this through, if I have managed to stitch all the clips together and make something out of it, thank you for watching, and I'll leave you with a kinder view of the waterfall. Thanks for watching. So I don't know if I can be heard over this, but this is Aira Force in all its glory, and I haven't got my microphone, so you might not be able to hear me, but it's really, really beautiful.